Hey guys, welcome back to the Marvel Champions matchup today. This will be the Solo Champions League Round 10, Round 3, with Captain America Justice taking on Klaw with the Hydra Patrol modular set. Before we get going, I'll take a look at Cap's deck. So we've got one Ironheart, one Nick Fury, one Quasar, one Spider-Man Miles, one Wiccan, two clear areas, two making an entrance, two stealth strikes, two turn the tides, energy, genius, strength, one power all of us, one power justice, one interrogation room, one queen carrier, one team building exercise, one justice served, one raider rumble, one sense of justice, and one skilled investigator. Let's take a look at Klaw's main scheme. So we're going to have Klaw 1 and 2 because we're playing standard. The standard counter sets and the modular set recommended is Masters of Evil, but we are using Hydra Patrol instead because that's what we were given. And the setup is to search the encounter deck for the Defense Network side scheme and reveal it, and then shuffle the encounter deck and then advance to stage 1B. Let's look for that side scheme, Defense Network. There we go. So the Defense Network comes in with 2 threat plus 1 additional threat per player. It has the crisis icon, so we cannot take any threat off the main scheme until the Defense Network is out of play or we have something else that allows us to bypass the crisis icon. Klaw himself, he'll have a scheme of 2 with 0 attack, but has a force interrupt that when Klaw attacks, we're going to give him 1 additional boost card for this activation. We'll go ahead and take a look at Steve Rogers, the alter ego of Captain America. He has a hand size of 6, 11 hit points. He is a shield soldier. He's a living legend, so we get to reduce the cost of the first ally played, each lowered by 1. But that's only an alter ego, not when he's Captain America. And the setup is to search your deck and discard pile for Captain America shield, and then put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. And that will happen after the mulligan stage. So let's go ahead and deal us 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But before we do that, we have to go back over and flip over the underground distribution. So because of a 0 threat, has a threat threshold of 6. And when revealed, we're going to discard cards from the encounter deck until the minion is discarded and put that minion engaged with the first player. So we'll start off with the armored guard. 0 scheme, 1 attack. He has guard, so we can't attack the villain while he's in play, and he's tough, so he comes in with a tough guard. So and then advances by 1 at the beginning of the villain phase. So we'll get a power justice, a Agent 13, a heroic strike, shield toss, turn the tide, and shield block. Not a bad way to start off. We will. I want to keep these or not. Shield block comes in handy. Prevent damage. Heroic strike will come in handy. They're all coming in handy. Yeah, I think we'll just keep it as is. Go ahead and trigger that setup, so we'll get Captain American shield. There it is. Shuffle the deck back up. Alright, so let's go ahead and play 1, 2 for Agent 13, since Living Legend decreases the cost of our first ally by 1, so she comes in for 2. She has 2 thwart, 1 attacks, but take a damage. 3 health, and she's shield, and as a response to Agent 13 enters play, remove 2 threat from the scheme. And she will attack for 1 to get rid of the tough. Takes the damage. We will flip over to Captain America, so he has a hand size of 5, still 11 hit points, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. And he can do this all day, so you discard a card from your hand to ready Captain America, limit once per round. We will play 1 for Cap Shield, so that'll give us +1 defense and retaliate 1. We will thwart for 1 to get rid of Defense Network. Then we'll play Turn the Tide. After your hero thwarts and removes all damage, removes all threat from a scheme, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So we'll do it to Armored Guard. We will discard Destroyer right to ready Cat back up. And he will attack for 2. Lock and Klaw down to 10 hit points. He starts off at 12. We'll end our turn there. Draw our hands as a 5, so we'll get a Heroic Strike, a Skilled Investigator, Cap's Helmet, Stealth Strike, and a Shield Block. So this will go 1. Klaw will attack for 0. We won't defend. So he will do, there's a boost, so put Weapons Runner in play, engage with you. He has a scheme of 1 and attack 1 2 hit points. And the second card is a 0, so we take 0 damage on that one. He will attack for 1 though. And we get retaliate. We didn't take any damage, so retaliate won't trigger. And so we'll do a damage back to the Weapons Runner. I believe that's how it works for retaliate. If you don't take any damage, you don't get damage back. Well, let's double check that real quick on the rules. Nope, just attacked. So we will deal with damage to Klaw. So it's good to have the copy of the rules on hand just in case something you aren't sure happens. We'll get our encounter card, drawing us Hydra Patrol. So it comes with 2 threat, has a priceless icon, and when defeated, each player searches the encounter deck in this card pile for a Hydra minion and put it into play, engage with them, and just shuffle the encounter deck. So it's back to us. We'll play a Skilled Investigator. 0 cost, it's an upgrade, and after a side scheme is defeated, exhaust Skilled Investigator, draw a card. We'll have Agent 13 attack for 1, get rid of Weapons Runner. We will thwart for 2 to get rid of Hydra Patrol. So we search for a Hydra minion and put it into play. So there's a Hydra regular, another Hydra regular, a Hydra soldier, a Hydra soldier. Yeah, we'll go with the Hydra regular. They've only got 2 health. Yeah, they haven't sight 1, so they'll put 1 on the main scheme. But they only got 2 health with a scheme of 1 and attack of 2, so they're not too bad. Versus the other Hydra minion, which has guard and has 4 health. So that'll go. We trigger Skilled Investigator, so we exhaust it, draw a card, giving us power, all of us. We'll play spin 1 for Cap's Helmet. And then we will discard Stealth Strike to ready Cat back up to deal 2 to the Hydra regular. And that will be our turn there. We'll ready everything back up. That was round 2. We'll draw back up, giving us a Super Soldier Serum, a Regular Rumble, and Strength. This goes to 3. Claw will attack, will block with Agent 13, so he will do 1, 2 damage. Knock Agent 13 out. Drawing a counter card, giving us style manipulation, so when revealed, take 2 damage and Claw heals 2. So we take 2, so we're down to 8. It's not an attack, so the retaliate won't trigger. Claw heals 2, so he's up to 11. Back to us. We'll spend 2 for a Super Soldier Serum. So we exhaust that to generate a physical resource. And we will exhaust that. Spend 1, 2 for Heroic Strike. So we deal 6 damage to an enemy, and if we pay for his card using a physical resource, which we did with Super Soldier Serum, we get to stun the enemy. So Claw's down to 5. And he is stunned. This is round 3. And then we will just work for 2. Taking that down to 1. End our turn. Drawing up to a Stealth Strike, Ironheart, clear the area, Genius, and Wicked. So it goes to 2, he's stunned, so there's no attack made, and our counter card is Man Out of Time, so we're either going to flip the Steve Rogers and exhaust them, or discard half of our cards in our hand to discard the obligation. So we'll just go to Alter Ego and flip them out and move it from the game. This is round 4. We will spend 1 for Ironheart. So she has 1 port, 1 attack, takes a damage, 2 health, and after we put Ironheart from my hand, draw a card. We will spend 2 for Wiccan. He's got 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 health. And after Wiccan thwarts, you discard the top card in your card deck. For each boost that card discarded this way, you're going to deal 1 damage to an enemy. We will flip over to Steve Rogers, Captain America. We will spend 1 for clear the area. So remove 2 threat from the scheme, and this removes the last threat on the scheme. Draw a card, so this goes up, down to 2. We will draw a card, giving us Turn the Tide. And we can play Turn the Tide because after we remove all threat from a scheme, deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we did that, so it's down to 2. And then Ironheart will hit for 1, Wiccan will hit for 1. Knocking him down to 0. Going to version 2 of Klaw, so he's got 2 scheme, 1 attack, 18 hit points. And then when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Immortal Klaw and reveal it. And shuffle the encounter deck. And he's got the Force Interrupt as well. After he attacks, he gets an additional boost card. So there's Immortal Klaw. Comes in with 3 threat and the acceleration token, so it's going to go up by 2 on the beginning of the villain phase. And he's going to get plus 10 hit points while that's in play. And that's going to be our turn, so he's going to go 28. Giving us clear the area, Steve's apartment, Sense of Justice, making an entrance, and Heroic Strike. This will go to 2 because the acceleration token, the acceleration icon on Immortal Klaw, he's going to attack for 1. We will block with Ironheart, so he'll attack for 1, 4, and a boost. So this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero, but it doesn't. So Ironheart is out of here. We'll take our encounter card. This So a Hydra Soldier, 1 scheme, 2 attack, 4 health, and he has guard, and when defeated, deal the engaged player an encounter card. Distort for 1 with Wicken, knocking that down to 2. With this card, top card in the counter deck. For 2, they go Shells of the Past, which is good. So we do 2 to the Hydra Soldier. He takes the damage. We'll spend exhaust Super Soldier Seer. No, wait a minute. Let me do that. Spend 1 for a clear the area. Remove 2 threat from the scheme, so we'll take 2 off and 1 Klaw. That goes away. He goes back down to 18 hit points. Get a draw card. This is a Coin Carrier. We'll thwart for 2. Then we'll spend 1 for making an entrance. So when your hero makes a basic thwart, he gains +2 thwart for that thwart. And after the thwart ends, actually we should have done that first, so we'll just reverse it. So we'll put the 2 back on there. Thwart, pay the 1. So it interrupts, we get +2 thwart, so we thwart, take 2 off. If the hero moved all threat from the scheme, which we did, we heal 2 damage from your hero, so he goes back up to 10 hit points. And then we will discard Coin Carrier to ready Cat back up to hit for 2 on the Hydra Soldier, giving us an encounter card, ending our turn. So we'll get a Spider-Man, a Making an Entrance, a Fearless Determination, and Justice Served. This goes, should be in round 5. It goes to 1, Claw's going to attack, we'll block with Wicken. 1, and then the boost, so put Weapons Runner. And then the second one is a 1 with the Hydra Soldier. So Wicken gets 2 damage dealt to him. And we'll get a second encounter card. Flip our first one over. Actually, no, before that. So we take 3 damage. And then retaliate 1 for each of these guys. So retaliate him. And back to him. We'll take our encounter card. So our first encounter card is Call Off Guard. So we'll reveal, discard an upgrade, support your control. And no cards with discards away, this card gains Surge. We'll have to discard Skilled Investigator. And then the second one is another Hydra Soldier. So we are starting to get minions galore now. Spend 1 for Justice Served. So after we thwart and remove all threat from the scheme, we can discard Justice Served to bring our hero. We'll play Fierce Determination to get +1 thwart to the end of the phase and draw a card. So we'll thwart, getting rid of that. Drawing a card and discarding Justice Served to ready Cat back up. Then let's do 3 for Spidey. So 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health, and after you play Spider-Man from your hand, choose thwart or attack, and he gets +2 for the chosen power to the end of the phase. So we will get 4 on this Hydra Soldier here. And then Cap will punch him for another 2, so he goes to 3. We have to get an encounter card. That's going to be our turn. Round 6. Ready back up. He'll take the damage because he attacked. We will get Nick Fury, Energy, Super Soldier Serum, Shield Toss, and a team building exercise. It's going to go to 1. Klaw will attack, we will defend. So he will do 1 plus 0 plus 0. No damage taken, retaliate 1, knocks him to 17. And another 3 damage, puts us down to 4. Retaliate 1, so knocks both of these guys out. We'll have to get another encounter card. And then our 3rd encounter card, this is going to hurt. So we'll get Legal's Iron Factory, so it comes in with 3 threat plus 1, so 4. With the hazard icon to gain an additional encounter card next round if it's still in play. Then we will get Armor Guard, comes in with Tough and Guard, and then we will get Gang Up, so villain and each minion engage with you will attack. We'll have to block with Spider-Man on this one. So he'll do 1, 0, and 3. So Spidey's gone. And then we'll take 1 from the Armor Guard, put down to 3, retaliate 1, we'll knock out the Tough, put down to 3 hit points. This is not good. We will do 2 for Super Soldier Serum. We will play Shield Toss. To discard X amount of cards from your hand and return Captain America's shield to your hand, and then deal 4 damage to X amount of enemies. We'll discard 2. So I'm not sure if that shield toss will work though because he's got guard. But it's simultaneous. I don't know if it's going to work, so I'm not going to do it. But if it does or if it doesn't, please let me know, because I'm not sure if it does or not. So in this case, we will size both of these to play team building exercise. To play a card from our hand that shares a trait with your hero, reducing its cost by 1. We will discard Shield Toss, ready Cat back up, and thwart for 2. Knocking that down to 1. Or 2 rather, because I can't count. Then we're going to have to flip over. This should be round 7. Flip back over and exhaust. I don't think I ended their turn yet. We'll just flip over. That's a hero action, so yeah, we can't do that. So we will just end our turn there. And then we'll draw up for Phil's determination. We will get an encounter card. Shuffle our deck back up. So if you haven't seen the first 2 games of this, I've lost both of them. The second round, the second one was really close. I thought I was going to pull that one out. It was disgusting what had happened. That's how the cookie crumbles sometime in this game. You can think you got it, and then get a bad draw, and it'll bite you in the butt in the end. But it was a good game. Hopefully we'll become victorious on this one. Actually, that was the first. I think that was the first game that did it, but it doesn't matter. That was in our cards. This is, we got 2, And then Queen Carriage 3, Turn the Tide, Set the Justice, and Ironheart. That should be 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. This goes to 2. Klaw will scheme for 2 plus 1, so he schemes for 3. Armor Guard doesn't scheme. We will take an encounter card. So our first encounter card is Silent Boom. So when revealed, either spend energy, mental and physical, or exhaust each character you control. Alright, so we'll see. Let's discard Turn the Tide for our energy, Strength, Sense of Justice for our mental, and we'll just exhaust for physical. And then the second one, Hydra regular. Here we go again in Sight 1, which means this is what happened the other game. So this goes to 6. So that's going to trigger. So when revealed, discard cards from the counter deck until it means discarded this way. Oh look, the counter card is empty, so we're not going to discard anything. But it will get an acceleration icon. Then advance to stage 2B. So we'll go over to 2B. So Secret Rendezvous has a threat threshold of 8. So once that's completed, the game's over. Comes over to 0 threat and advances by 1. Begin the villain phase, we're actually going to go to 2 because of the acceleration token. So it is our turn. We will go one for Ironheart because of Living Legend. She will take Armor Guard for 1. And then we will recover for 3 down to 6. We'll flip. We'll discard Nick Fury to rear herself back up for do this all day. And then 4 for 2. So I want to see another encounter. I want to see another second encounter card. And then yeah, that'll be it. She takes a damage. Ready back up. We'll draw up for making an entrance. A Skilled Investigator, Agent 13, and Interrogation Room. That's going to go to 2. We'll block our Ironheart. He'll attack for 1 and a boost. So the activation deals damage to you because that's your hero, but it's not going to. And another 1, so 2. Take 3 damage. Down to 3. Retaliation on both of these guys, so 2 and 1. And our counter card is Call Off Guard, so discard an upgrade or support you control. And we'll discard Team Build and Exercise. Back to us. Let's see here. Let's go spend 1 for making an entrance to do this +2 thwart. So that thwarts for 2. We get the healer damage up to 5. Let's discard. interrogation room to ready us back up. We'll spend 1, 2, 3 for a Queen Carrier to get a wild resource. And then let's get rid of the Armored Guard. And then let's, we can't flip back over to Alter Ego. Bring ourselves back up. Yeah, he's gone. That was round 8. So we'll get Steve's Apartment, Turn the Tide, Fierce Determination, Shield Toss, and Heroic Strike. So he goes to 1. We will block. So he'll do 1, 3, 4. Our defense is +1. So you take 1 damage down to 4. Retaliate 1. So he's down to 16. Hydra regular attack for 2, so we're down to 2. And then retaliate will knock him out. Get our counter card. So Hydra Soldier becomes a guard. Let's see here. Spitch Shield Toss to bring ourselves back up. Spend 0 for Field Determination to thwart. Let's get rid of that to draw a card. Shield Block, that's the go I wanted to see. We'll do Turn the Tide to 0 to deal 3 damage to the Hydra Soldier. And then we'll go spend 1 for Steve's Apartment. So there's all Steve's Apartment to draw a card and heal 1 damage from Steve Rogers. This is round 9. And we will flip over in our turn. Actually, no, we'll exhaust that first to heal 1 for Steve Rogers and then draw a card. Then in our turn. So we get clear the area, then we'll also get another clear the area. That's 4. Shield Toss, that's 5. And Peril Loss is 6. So that goes to 2. Klaw will scheme for 2 plus 0, so that goes to 5. He'll scheme for 1 to go to 6. And then we'll get Shells of the Past. Awesome. So in comes Baron Zemo with Quick Strike, and then we can't thwart. And then his side scheme that will reveal the player order. Each player discards the top card in the encounter deck and takes 1 damage for each boost icon discarded this way. This is how that first game ended, or second game one ended just like this. So we discard this, take 1 damage. It doesn't say hero, so we have to take it. So we're down to 2. We'll shuffle these up in the deck. And it comes with 3 threat with an acceleration icon. Oh, man. And we can't thwart because Baron Zemo's in place. So yeah, it was a good time for him to come in, wasn't it? Because now we've got 2 threat remaining on the main scheme. And once again, telling you, you start to get going good, and then somehow there's always a wrench thrown in the works. So let's go ahead and heal for 3 up to 5. We'll flip over. We'll spend 1. Well, that should have been covered like that. So actually, before I do this, that should have been rated up. So after we recover, we exhaust that. Say heal 1, so up to 6. This is round 10. Draw a card. Bring this Quasar. We'll spend one, 2. This Quasar. Reduce it by 1. So after Quasar is played, we will throw from each scheme. So that goes to 5. This goes to 2. He will attack for 2 to get rid of the Hydra Soldier to get an encounter card. We'll flip over. We will spend 1 for clear the area. No, we can't because there are Zemos in play. But we will do this. Let's we'll go 1, 2, 3 for Heroic Strike to deal 6 damage. We'll get Zemo out of the way. Then we'll spend 1 for the area, take 2 damage, remove 2 threat. Get rid of that. And then we will draw a card for another shield block. Ready back up. And then we will draw up, giving us a energy, a stealth strike, a Spider-Man. This is going to go to 7. He's going to attack for 1. Plus 2 is 3, and a 6. But we will spend the shield block to prevent all that damage. We have the exhausted shield, and then retaliate once. We're down to 15. We will get the counter cards. Our first one's going to be Summon Regulation. So we take 2, heal 2. So we take 2 down to 4. Klaw, heal 2 is up to 17, and then our second one is the Hydra Soldier. So he has guard, 1 scheme, 2 attack with 4 health. Back to us. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 stealth strike. So deal 4 damage to an enemy. If this enemy is defeated, remove 2 threat from a scheme. So we'll do 2 I'll let the Hydra Soldier. He's defeated, so we get a counter card, take 2 threat off of a scheme. Quasar will 4 for 1. Knocking that down to 4. And then he takes damage. And then we will go 1, 2, 3 for Spider-Man to get rid of ring threat. And then we will hit for 2, down to 15. In our turn, draw up for Weaken, Strength, Genius, Power of Justice, and another Stealth Strike. So we got rid of all that threat, which is good. So that goes back up to 2. Klaw, we raise the guys back up. Klaw will attack, will block with Quasar, so he'll do a 0 and a 1. So he's gone. Then our counter card. Flip over the first one for an armor guard, and then And our second one is going to be Sonic Boom. So spend all 3 resources or exhaust each character you control. Oh boy, so let's go physical. Energy and metal, because it doesn't say printed. Back to us, so 11. We'll go 2 for Wiccan. He will thwart for 1, dealing 1 damage. So take the tough off. Spider-Man will attack for 2. Oops. He'll take the damage. We will go 1, 2, 3 for a stealth strike to deal 4 damage. Actually, no, we won't do that. We'll just punch him for 1. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3 for stealth strike to deal 4 damage to an enemy. So we'll do 4 to Klaw. So he's down to 11. End our turn. Draw him back up, giving us Greater Rumble, Justice Served, Heroic Strike, another Heroic Strike, and making an entrance. Alright, so this goes to 5. Klaw will tackle, block with Spider-Man. So he'll do 1, 3. He'll do 3. Get our counter card. So Hydra Soldier with guard. Just. Alright, let's go. Wiccan will 4 for 1. Put it down to 4. Taking the damage. Then we'll do nothing. It should be ready up. We will 4 for 1 to use Queen Carrier to play Make an Entrance to give us +2 thwart. So all the thwart's gone, and then we get to heal 2 damage up to 6. And actually, before we do that, we'll play Justice Served. So we thwart, grab out of the scheme, bring the cat back up. Punch for 2. Discard Heroic Strike, bring the cat back up, punch for another 2 to get rid of him. We'll take an encounter card. And then we'll spend 1. No, I'm not spending anything. So yeah, we'll end our turn. I would take another encounter card. Into our deck again. Is that round 12? Claw's at 11 hit points, man. We need to try to take them out. pick up a Powerball bus, a Nick Fury, that's 4, and turn the tide is 5. Let's go to 2. We'll block a Wiccan, so he'll do 1 plus 3, and a boost, so weapon runner comes in. Take damage off a weapons runner. Out of the 5, retaliate, puts 1 back. And then we get another encounter card. First one is Hail Hydra, so each Hydra minion engaged with a hero attacks their hero. Each player who is not attacked this way searches in the encounter deck and discard power for a Hydra minion, yada yada yada. So there's no land there, so we have to pull one out of the encounter deck. Alright, here we go. So, there we go, Hydra regular. Incite 1. Go to 3. Then a second encounter card is going to be Hydra Soldiers. It comes in with guard, and the other one is going to be Solid Sound Body. So it gets retaliate 1, and then we spend each resource to get rid of it. And he's at 11 hit points. Let's go 2, 3, 4 for Nick Fury. So you can move 2 threat from the scheme, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage to an enemy. Let's get rid of Hydra Soldier. And then let's punch for 2. And a 9. Takes the damage. Go punch for 2. Down to 7. Retaliate 1, so 1 and 6 down to 4. Oh, and a turn. So we get Power Justice, Ironheart, Fierce Determination, and Shield Block. Goes around 13, so this goes to 2, so that's 5. He'll attack, we'll block with Nick, so he'll do 1. And a boost, so he comes into play with another acceleration icon. He's going to throw it out. Once we can deal 7 damage to him this round, he's going to throw it out. So we go 1, 3, 4, so that knocks us down to 0. We will discard Cap's helmet to bring us up back to 1. Retaliate 1, so he's gone. Retaliate 1, and retaliate 1. And our third counter is assault. And that is, we'll have to defend, but it's going to be game anyway, so he'll do 2, 3, so, yeah, there we go again. Another loss on 3 against Klaw. Close, but no cigar. Other than that, that's the video. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Don't forget that share button to spread the word. Other than that, until next time.